Just waiting for all the buttons to be able to press. There we go. Every button has been pressed. We are going live. Make a long 2026 pairings. Welcome, welcome, make a long live. We are doing some pairings tonight. We are doing make a long pairings tonight. Hi Terry, hi Heather, hi JD, hi Danny, hello, hello. Hi from St. Paul, Minnesota. Hi Wendy. Hello, I see a fade using terracotta. I will try, and I'm going to keep our regular pairings down low. We are, just because we are doing the images, what kind of camera do you use? It is a Sony something. Alex picks out the camera, not me. Personally, I'm a Canon gal myself, but I do use a Sony for some video. Hello from the cold and snowy Ohio. And some more, Yippee-ki-yay and another DK. And a suri, okay. Yippee-ki-yay with another DK and a suri. Hello, everyone. All right, guys, I'm going to keep watch of our pairings. It's at 9 right now. So, if you can, let's try for right now just to keep it like 1 to 2 at a time, just because I can only make it through so many in the night. And then things get crazy. So, anyways, we're at 11. And I want to give people a little bit of time to get in and have their pairing, but that's okay. We'll make it. We'll do it regardless. Hello, Kyra. Hello from Fairbanks. Hello. Hey, Anita. Zero gravity with orchids. Sorry. Okay, so here's the thing. I know you can see all. I have all. Allie went and pulled. As Sam would say, hashtag Allie forever. Pulled all the suri that we have. It's all behind me. The one suri she could not find was orchid, but it's very true to the skein color, so I'll hold up a regular skein. She also, we just didn't have them in the studio. Eclipse, Joe, and Celeste. So those are the ones that I don't have. She made me list. And then there's some that we just haven't made in suri. So anyways, so if I have that, I'll let you know I have a list so we could be fast. Okay. Hello from Rockford. Love the earrings. Thank you. Val through friends purchased them for me at Flock. Hello, Harriet. Hello from Wisconsin. I'm going to make sure we're at 26. Okay. Sorry guys. I have to close pairings. Okay. Sorry. 25. Thanks. Everyone's like, hey, Alicia, 25 now. I know I closed them, but I see the one, the prickly pear with orchid, hibiscus, sorbet, and carnation. I got that one from Instagram. Guys, that happened faster than last week by 3 minutes. We're working fast. Okay. Hello from Colombia in USA. From a Colombian in USA. Hello. Garland and one of the little women colors. Hi from Kenai. Hello. Prickly pear with orchid. Okay, got that. Got my first yarn from you for Christmas and super excited to use it. Yay. Does Sanguine pool? It can, yes, because it has longer color floats. So yes. All right. That was crazy fast, Beth. I know, and yes, pairings are already closed. So maybe if we start immediately and I work through really fast, we might be okay. And we've been sending out so many pairing emails this week. We're doing it. Lots of knitting this week. Oh, yay. Hello, from Chiberia, Chicago area. Hope everyone is doing well after the big storm came through. Hi from Prospect Harbor, Maine. Hello from Asheville, waiting another storm. Ooh, snow this time, nor ice. So Hopefully you're doing well. Hi, Corinne. Hi, See, hello, Val. Still freezing here in northern Indiana. I saw Alicia's picture and with all the snow. Hey, Yasuko. Alicia, I see her. You're at 19 pairings. Thank you. I'm going to attempt to crochet a little with my recovering arm. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Sue in Ohio. Faster every week. I know. Sam, everyone's like, Marcy! I'm sorry. I don't even know. Looking down, I don't know. I looked away for 1 second. Does Nymph pool? Let me look at it and see. Because I have one here. It's just been a while. I think it might have just like a lot of pooling depends on what you're making, how many increases or decreases you have. And there are swatches, on our website, and that should give you a pretty good idea of if things pool or not. Nymph might have a little bit of pooling, but nothing terrible. All right. Snow, not ice, I meant. Okay. Ooh, snow. Hello from It's Been Way Too Cold, Florida. It has been cold. It's fine. I can wear all my old clothes. Okay. I know the pairings are already closed for tonight. I am so sorry. For everyone wondering, it's... Oh, you're making a sweater with Nymph. Oh, fun. For everyone wondering about pairings, that happened within, 5 minutes? That was very fast. I can only get through about 20 something in the night. This used to be only an hour long, and that's always the goal. And I have not been able to keep it under 2 hours in a while. So we'll do my best. I'll do my best if I can move through our list relatively fast. Sometimes I have to look for things. Then I can try and squeeze in some more. But I hope I find my make-along pairing tonight. The examples in the collage are so small I can't decide from a proper distance. Kyra, I can send you big photos if you want. I would like to share a pairing I had done for me in the upcoming make-along, Macbeth, Currer Bell, and Ellis Bell. The bells really bring out the coral make, which is Carrie. I agree, and I love it. I love it. An hour. I know. Someone's like, an hour? I know. For a long time, it was an hour, and then it's an hour and a half, and lately it's been 2 hours, and I cannot make it any shorter. It's okay. It's fine. It's usually the nature of these live streams, I think, because people come in late or go out, and so it's just how it works, which is great. Okay, so finished my husband's socks, sapphire held with Denali fingering to make DK socks really nice. Ooh, that does sound nice, Jan. Is it true you get iguanas falling from the trees in Florida when it's cold? So, Megan, I have no idea. I was out running in the woods today, but quite honestly, I know there are lizards here, but I have never seen an iguana. Maybe that's down in South Florida. I don't know. We're up northern kind of, and in the panhandle. Well, so I've never seen an iguana fall from a tree. I've heard of that, but I've never seen it. Good evening. Working on my Neve sweater, scarf, and Celeste tonight. Ooh, it's a beautiful spring sweater. Ooh, that is. That will be pretty, Michelle. Will you tell us the February discontinued colors? Ooh, let me see. So those will be out. Let me see if I can find that list. I was not prepared for that. I have that on another list that's not on my phone. It's on my laptop. So sorry, I do not remember. Otherwise, I'd be like, sure. Okay. Yeah, if you miss pairings, you can always send us an email with your request, and we'll send you some photos. contact@badsheepyarn.com. Maybe an hour or 2 years ago, right? Ooh, I got my sour apple with prickly pear. So beautiful together. I love those. I like sour apple because it's kind of a weird green, and I think that's fun. All right. Ooh, Nancy says, yes, we have tons of iguanas. I saw one just today. Nancy, if it gets cold, do they fall from the trees? And Melanie says, yes. Well. Hello, all from Super Cold. Valerie, exponential growth equals longer lives and pairings. Longer lives, 5 minutes of pairings. I know, Karen, she said, the pairings are close already. Goodness, I know, 5 minutes. What? I was watching the clock. Probably less than that because I start always right at 7 o'clock. As soon as it says 7 on my phone, I press the button and we go. And yeah, it just went crazy today. That's all right. All right. So, cute squirrel earrings. Thank you. All right. So to get started, let me say what I need to say for what's coming up. And then we will get started on pairings. Okay. So this coming week, it is January 30th. Our limited colorway will be coming out. This is It's Complicated. Here is its swatch. Ooh, Courtney. So I don't have Fanny Price and Suri. Sorry. I don't have that. The Jane Austen set we don't have in Suri. We don't have. Oh, I was going to say we don't have Incantations in Suri, but that was how much you ask. Okay, here's the swatch of It's Complicated. I see someone asking about the make-along. I don't want to forget your question. Oh, Dorothy, oh no. This is Incantations Yasuko. This is our February limited. It will be available through the last week of February, so March 1st is the final day that you can shop for that. Violet will be coming out on Sunday. Ooh, this is our February flower. So in February, what will be happening is Amethyst Quartz. It will be the last month to get that. Oh, this is the last weekend to get Garnet too. Last weekend to get Garnet. This will come out on Sunday, which is the 1st. That's when we'll kind of swap those out. And then, what else? And then it will be the last month to get Amethyst Quartz. What did I say about Incantations? We don't have it in Suri. That's what I meant to say. Couldn't get you on Facebook. Oh no. Maybe it was just taking a second to load up. Just here to say, my mom made me a throw with a blanket in Mountain Tundra, and holy, she is the most beautiful blanket I have ever seen. Oh, yay! I'm glad you love it, and that your mom made it. Yay! I was so sad to have missed the Austin set. Oh, it's still there. The Austin set is still available. You can still get it. We just don't have it in Suri. That's what I meant to say. Did I say something different? I was probably distracted. We have the Austin set. We don't have it in Suri weight. That's what I meant to say. It's not gone. It's here still. You can get the Austin set. I'm glad we clarified that, especially if I said something wrong. Yeah, Alicia said, if you're using the app, you may need to update the app. You can also check your settings to see if something changed. I heard a couple other people were saying that they were having problems with their Facebook. So it might be that. Can you tell us what other colors are retiring in February? You know what? What am I trying to say? That's on my laptop. I only have my phone in here. Otherwise I would call them out. All right, guys. So that's it. The birthday flowers are available for the whole year. The gemstones have been available for a year straight. So because we're doing flowers this year, we're just swapping them out. Made me want to learn to crochet so I can get this pretty yarn. I fell in love. Yay, Kate. Aw, have fun crocheting. Yay. Waiting for my garnet and wildflower to come. Those will be beautiful. All right, so that's what's happening this week. I'm mentally like, yes. And then next week we'll go into more depth. But tonight we are... Oh, Nikki, I'll answer that. Tonight we are doing... Courtney, no problem. Tonight we are doing make-along pairings. So for the person that asked what the yardage is and they thought it was confusing, that's because in the one pattern that you get... Excuse me, sorry, I have fluff in my... caught in my chapstick. For the one pattern that you get... For no matter if you get it in knit, crochet, or Tunisian crochet, you have 3 options. You can make a scarf, you can make a scarf, you can make a cowl, or you can make an infinity cowl. So just depending on what you make, you get. I will have to look up specifics. Sam says that she has started to knit a scarf and posted a close-up picture on the group. Oh, Jackie, the Austin set was my gateway to this brand years ago. The Little Women set is at the top of my list currently. Yay! Carrie, suri is softer. It's an alpaca, so it is a softer, it's fluffier. It still has that like cute little halo. I love working with suri. I love it. I am desensitized to wool. And I have found that like with suri, occasionally, probably because it's just a newer fiber base, sometimes if I do put it like, sometimes it takes my skin a little bit. Like if I like feel it, I'm like, ooh, but let me tell you, all my sweaters, I have 3 sweaters in suri. They do not bother me. I have made 4 sweaters in suri. I've combined it with a lot of different bases. I love to hold it double with things, and it's beautiful. So it's much, much softer than mohair. That's why I've kind of chosen to stock it over mohair, is because it feels better. Okay. The suri will, like someone was talking about it shedding. I don't know if you saw the little hairs go poof when I did like that to this. It does like when you're working with it or when you're caking it or something like that. Of course, because it's so downy, you will get some fluff on it or shed, I guess. But it's not terrible. Karen says she can't stand wool. Oh no, Karen, is it like an allergy or, I've got to get to pairings too. Is it like an allergy or is it where it's like the really, really unprocessed wool you have a hard time with? Ooh, Sam says alpaca is also hypoallergenic fiber and has smaller micron counts than wool, so both make it softer. All right. If you have to use suri, or can you just use the DK? I think you can just use DK if you don't want to use suri. I know, Mindy. How does it taste? I know. I fluffed it and it's like... You don't like the feel of it. Okay, Karen, have you tried working with like either other breeds or like the superwash merino or anything like that? There's a lot softer wools out there. It depends on like the breed of sheep and also the micron count in the wool and how it's processed and spun. Oh, Patricia, well, you're here now. Well, welcome. We're just getting started on pairings. So let's go ahead and go. Violet, Incantations, Garnet, and one more color. Would like to see a fade and a separate contrast. Okay. Violet, Incantations, garnet. Oop. Ooh, this is fun. And one more color. I'm going to put, would like to see, hold on, a fade and a separate contrast pairing. Okay, so do you want your other color to be your separate contrast? Sam says you can use 2 different colors of DK for the make along and omit the suri if you like. Aw, Courtney, if Marcy's yarn is wrong, I don't want to be right. All right, so let me see here. I'm going to put Bordeaux. It's kind of like a purpley red color for that. You could also, that's what I would do for those, especially if you're wanting to use garnet. If you want your contrast color, we've been talking a lot in the studio about what a true contrast is, and I think for these purples and blues, it would be like a yellow for a true contrast. Correct me if I'm wrong. And so I would put maybe Dr. Jekyll with it. And one color that's a contrast. Okay. So you can put Dr. Jekyll with it, which is like a yellow. It's kind of more jewel toned, like some of like these darker colors here. So there's that. If you want to keep things on the more purple side, for your fade, I was looking for Merlot. Here it is. You could do like this, and then still contrast it, like a real contrast with that yellow or gold there. Oops, there we go. Can you see? Some people might maybe green. Oops. And I'm gonna grab long bottom leaf for you for another contrast. There we go. Which is more of a gold, Dr. Jekyll or my Precious? I will hold them up together. I think they're very similar, but my Precious is just a little bit of a brighter yellow, and it also has this like gray color wash in it. So they will swatch up different, but they'll still like work for a contrast here. Ooh, sour apple. That might be fun if you, sour apple would be a really wild fun one. It might take an eye, but we'll try it and then I'll move on just so that we can try and get it. The purple at the end, Kristen, is violet. This one. This is violet. It's coming out on Sunday. There it is with sour apple too, which would be really fun. I was like, it might take an eye, but I'm like, it's caught my eye. I like it. All right. Next. Oops. Oops. Whoa. All right. Listen. Okay. Part of me is like, tonight might be one of the nights where I just start throwing things on the floor. Oh, the lightest color was violet. The darkest color I had was Bordeaux, and that second time I had Merlot. So I did Bordeaux and Merlot, and then I did violet at the end. Okay. Making sure I got everything. Another thought I had about the make-along, I'd love to see if someone wanted to use 2 colors or fingering weight to equal DK. But that it'd be like a marled look. That would be fun too. Sour apple is my new fave. It is really cute. Next, Sam, Coffee Hut, Rooibos Tea, Terracotta, and Earth. Ooh. Sam, Coffee Hut, Terracotta, Rooibos Tea, and Earth. Ooh, one thing I can say, I am trying to focus on updating some of our colorways that are sticking around for a while. So next month, Impressions and Rooibos Tea will be available on all our bases. So I know everyone, there's been an outcry for that for a long time, and so we're doing it. Here we go. So they're not really in order, but over here I have Earth, Rooibos Tea, Sam, Terracotta, and Coffee Hut. That's a really fun one. All right. Putting away everything. These yarn shelves are full. Okay. All right. Yes. Impressions in Suri. The Rooibos Tea. I've never used Suri, but I'm going to order it for the make along. I hope I get to see a bunch of samples. I got them all. On your heart attack, I thought you were going to say they would be discontinued. No. We'll keep those for a long time. That last pairing was super pretty. Closest thing to owl and any speckled non-variegated yarn. Okay. So I would say close to owl yarns that we have are, trying to find my Romeo skein. Romeo's around here somewhere, but until then, Romeo is kind of a solid that is like owl. It's a little bit darker, but it's a tonal solid. And then I have these ones as well. What color are you thinking for the speckled non-variegated yarn? Do you want something that kind of stands out a little bit? This is Wizard Robes. This is Acton Bell. And then this is Marley. I would say Marley probably has the closest feel. It's got those speckles, those warm colored speckles that owl had. This is much cooler and a darker gray. Wizard Robes. Focus. Focus, camera. And then Acton Bell is a solid. And it's, again, a little bit warmer. And orange and brown with a hobby of gold. Yes. Does anyone use Suri by itself for crochet? Jess, I bet you can find some. There's also Brit of Not Bad Brit has a pattern coming out, I believe, next week. That's a cowl pattern that is fingering weight and Suri, or sport weight and Suri. I think it's sport weight and Suri held together, and I just love it. Suri's having a moment. Marlene says the Suri base is delightful, holding lavender macaron with Suri with autumn brew fingering. Love both the feel and the look. That would be really pretty. Oh, someone had said on TikTok, my internet is lagging. What is she going to try and update? I'm updating some of our older colorways. So Impressions and Rooibos Tea will be put on some of their old colorways, and they're not available on all our bases. And next month, around the 20th, we are going to be making them. And then Stacy, yes, hand dyed, all hand dyed yarn. Sandra missed the announcement too. There we go. Cool. Any speckled. Okay. Your favorite to knit, a cardigan or sweater. Okay, so I definitely Marley. Marley is one of my favorites. There's Clara too. I'm just thinking about all the ones. Ooh, you know what? Brooks. If you like those like neutral all over speckles, Brooks is a good one. And Brooks looks like, here it is with Marley. Incantations is not yet Courtney. Here is Wizard Robes, here is Marley, and here's Brooks in there. We've got a few non-variegated speckly ones. This is Clara. Some of them do kind of just get variegated when speckled. So another one is Wildflower Patch. It's just an all over speckled yarn, so it's a lot like Brooks, only just a different color palette. And those are my favorites for that option. Carrie, I think the announcement was which yarns I was putting on, we were updating to put on all the bases. That's the announcement. If there's another announcement that I made that I missed, I don't remember. I don't know what that is anymore. I've moved on mentally. I don't remember what I've updated or not. Mountain Tundra and something plum or reddish for the suri. Okay. So, get my Mountain Tundra. Oh, hold on. It's down here somewhere. There it is. Oh. Okay, Mountain Tundra and then something reddish for the suri. Yay, we're making it into the stack. This one is Rooibos Tea. So if you want to hang around for a little bit, here it is with Rooibos Tea. This has been quite alive tonight. So many announcements. That's really cute. So on the suri, the Rooibos Tea takes kind of a little bit more red tones. It's very rusty red. If you don't want to wait, I can get Sam, which is very red, but it does go on the warmer tones. I'm going to get a couple of plummy color. Ooh, before I do that, oops. Sorry. I dropped one. Before I do that, here it is on Old Blood, which might be my favorite with those. If you want those colors. Or, let me see. Ooh, here it is with Earth, which is really pretty. This is brown, not plum, but gorgeous. So this is Mountain Tundra and Earth. Love it. Here it is, Mountain Tundra and Garnet. Lots of options. Lots of options. I want to try a variegated one. Ooh, what about this one? Mountain Tundra and Bayberry. That one's kind of fun. It's like the plummy reddish color, but it also has like those greens and kind of similar dye patterns to Mountain Tundra. That's fun. All right. I think I had said I was only going to do that one, but now I really kind of want to do one more, but maybe I'll circle back. I'll circle back if I have time. I'll be like that all night. I'll be like, I'll circle back. I think... what weight would a fingering weight held together with a suri be? I think it's like a sport, Michelle. I think it's like a sport weight. All right, next. A lightning bug and something for the make along. Yay! Lightning bug. Ooh, fun. Okay. I get my lightning bug game out. Feel like it. Nope, that's Wrangle. Just a minute while I find it. Jeez Louise. All right, I have In the Willows. Lightning bug. Maybe it's in this one. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong bin. Oh, I'm trying to look in the back. No. Man, sometimes it would be like, huzzah, if I couldn't find one, and then I just reached in the back and then pulled it out, and there it was. Wait. Ah, dang it, that's not it. Alright, well, guys, my lightning bug game is deceiving me. I have it in Surrey. Never fear. Here it is in Surrey. So hold on. Because of the way Halo Surrey works, I usually treat it as a fingering weight when held with something else. Doubling it, holding with fingering usually works up to a DK gauge. Yes, I would say, Becca, in some things I would agree with you. For me, it's always still gauged at like a sport weight. But it's as always, swatch, 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 especially when you're making garments. And swatching too is always like, it's like handwriting. Everyone's holds their pencil differently and at different tightnesses and stuff. Okay. Still waiting for Babe Breeze and Surrey. Lynn, I believe those are March. I think the Beach Reads is happening in March. All right. You can use Surrey Lightning Bug. Yes. Okay, good. I'm going to put it with... I'm going to do... Okay, first of all, if you want, you could do this and go very green. This is Echo and Lightning Bug, or you can maybe flip-flop if you want. Echo and Surrey looks like the Grouch from Sesame Street, a little tiny bit. I don't even know if we have it available, but that's what it reminds me of. Sam, I am wearing squirrel earrings. Those are the ones, I think Val had someone get them for me at Flock. Anita, did she send you? I don't remember. This is In the Willows with Lightning Bug. If you want them to coordinate, as always, if it comes in a set, if it comes in a set, they'll go good together. No, so alpaca is not superwash. It will felt. So hand wash. The Genie for the make along, you have to get in the pattern and see there's 3 different options in each pattern. So if you're doing a knit one, a crochet one, or a Tunisian crochet one, the yardage is different. So if you're still having issues with it, I haven't bought my pattern quite yet because I'm going to be doing it. But I can go ahead and send us an email and I'll have Allie tag me in them, and then, or I'll pass on the information to Allie, and then she can let me know. More of a solid with Lightning Bug. Okay, good. Noted. All right. Do we want to go dark? Do we want to go light? I'm gonna put, hold on. Here it is with black jeans. I'm gonna grab a couple more, just a second. This one's fun. Here it is with impressions. And it's weird having all the suri up here because it's kind of thrown me off just a little bit. Like, what's up there? Ooh, this one's fun. Here it is with gin and tonic. I like this one. And I think I like this one no matter which way they are. Like if you're doing gin and tonic and suri and lightning bug and DK, they're cute. I like that one. All right. Here are a couple more fun options if you like really bright things. This is yellow tang, and then this is sour apple. And I'm going to try one more, and I want it to be kind of a funky color with this. I'm holding it with Prince. Here's some blue options. I think I already showed impressions. The make along is Emily. It is a suri and DK. Yes. This is with Chivalry. That's Prince. Chivalry's on the other side right there. And a lightning bug in the middle. Okay. And here's this Bordeaux with lightning bug. All right. You can also use Later Gator, which I'm not seeing right off the bat, but you can use Later Gator, which isn't like a solid, but it kind of is really like Bayou colors. Sam, oh, yellow tang and lightning bug, be still my neon heart. I like that one. It's fun. Oh, Carrie, okay. I don't know, Carrie, if those are knit or crochet versions. For which one? Let me know. Gin and tonic was great with lightning bug. Someone was saying that lightning bug, they think of Raymond from Princess and the Frog. When we were making it, we were saying Evangeline a lot. When we were first making it. All right, I'm checking comments. Lightning bug and sour apple is gorgeous. I think it's cute too. All right, next pairing. Northern Lights in Suri with the Shire. Ooh, that's fun. And very cute. I love this. That's a fun one. So Northern Lights in Suri, which is really cute in Suri. And the Shire. Cute. Knit. Okay, cool. So with that knit one, you're going to need roughly 2 skeins of DK and 350 to 575, and then like 2, I'm trying to remember and then 2 skeins of the suri. And you hold the suri double when you're doing this pattern. You hold the 2 strands together. So yeah. So for the knit one, you're looking at 2 and 2 for each. And I think it's probably like that for the crochet one as well. Ooh, Kelly, I need you to make some glow stick. I'm sorry, I'm done. I found a celestial Afghan I want to make with glowing stars. Oh, that would be cool. That would be cool. Oh, sorry, I keep going in and out. Working tonight. No problem. You know, I can't see when you come in and out, so You know, do what you got to do. And that's what I would say anyway. I know how it is. Do what you got to do. Mary, I'm sorry I'm not, she asked, will you be able to do the Shire and Sparkling DK for the orders this week? I'm sorry, I can't. I'm sorry. Sam said crochet DK is 150 to 300, Surrey 275 to 700, and there are 328. So you might need for the crochet an extra, like maybe 3 skeins of Surrey and then 2 of the DK. But our DK is 245 yards each, and the Surrey is 328. And so that might help with your math a little bit. All right. Next, we did Northern Lights, Yippee-ki-yay, and another DK and a Surrey. Okay. So here's Yippee-ki-yay with another DK. Ooh, and a Surrey. Okay. All right. I don't quite know with the other DK what you want exactly, but this one's kind of fun. This is Earth, Yippee-ki-yay, and Orange Julius in Surrey. It's really fun. And then I'm gonna do water and Festival of Lights. So this one's like really blue heavy. I'll pull out water and grab, I want my espresso skein. Here's bakery. All right, I want my espresso skein, and I'm gonna do, what color for Surrey? Ooh. I had seen Calico Scallop in Surrey, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. The other one is Sand Dollar, which is also very pretty, and those would look really, really, really good with Yippee-ki-yay. Blue Bonnet. Ooh, there we go. Okay, hold on. Here we go. That's fun. So this is Blue Bonnet, Calico Scallop, Yippee-ki-yay, and Sand Dollar. And I feel like, look at what I just found. Lightning bug in regular yarn. I was just about to say, like, I feel like some of my stuff is in here and hiding from me. Here it is. Does Surrey cake up like merino? It can be a little bit sticky, but not like super, super sticky. I'm gonna say we cake a lot of yarn in our studio, and everyone says that it is actually, like, it's intimidating when you pull it out. You're like, but it's actually one of the easiest ones to do. So I've never had a problem caking up the Surrey. I think it's great. It works very well. Did I show everyone Yippee-ki-yay with Fox? Did I show that? That's what I meant to show. And then I had, I'm going to put, no, I don't want rooibos tea with that. I'm going to put air. Stacy says, Surrey cakes up like a dream, no issues. Yes, that's my experience too. It is a more delicate strand, so I just go carefully. Be ready, don't like set it and walk away or anything like that. I don't know how you can set it and walk away. We have an automatic one at our studio so that we can like wrap yarn while we're caking yarn, and so that someone doesn't have to sit there all day turning the crank on the caker. So we have a pedal operated caker. So that's probably why I was like, don't set it and walk away. If you're doing have a crank one, it will be very easy to do. Air is one of my favorites too. Can you show Orange Julius and Festival of Lights with that? I think I like that best. Sure. Of course. Oh, do you want them side by side like this with both suri? That is really fun. All right. All right. Sometimes when I pull yarn out from the bottom, I have to push it all down. All right, there you go. Next, make along pairing with folklore. Ooh, okay, so I have my folklore skein, and I'm gonna put it with, here it is with sapphire for a pretty blue. The orange and blue together are really cute. This is folklore and sapphire. Oh, some suri just fell. Okay, got it, recovered. Oops. We're fine. No, it's all just falling down there. All right. If you like earth tones, here is folklore and espresso. Here is folklore and ruby. It's fun and bright. Folklore and old blood. Let me get a green in here. Folklore and botanist. Is the impression suri close to the merino color? No, Anita. As you may have noticed tonight, the suri base, because it's blended with a silk, does change the tone, and the halo changes the tone. So here's impressions in suri. Here's impressions in merino and impressions in suri side by side. So it's kind of the same with like echo and things like that too. Just the different fiber blends, they take dye differently. And all right, I'm going to do one more here. Ooh, this one's cute. This is folklore and vintage champagne. Loved it with botanist. Ooh. Stacy, impressions will be available in suri on February 20th. So this is folklore and vintage champagne, which is one of my favorites in suri. I think she's just cute. Okay. Yeah, it is a difference for sure. The make-along patterns, do they require suri yarn? They don't. It is a two-toned pattern. You can use just DK if you want, though. All right. Home in suri, Mr. Hyde, or My Precious in DK. Or, yeah, Mr. Hyde or My Precious. Do you mean Dr. Jekyll? But I will show Mr. Hyde because that's one of my favorites. Okay, what am I getting? Home in suri. There she is. And Mr. Hyde. And then My Precious. Okay. Ooh, Heather, I'm gonna go with botanist or sapphire. Thank you, Marcy. Yay! I'm glad you found something you like, Heather. All right, these are what is shown. Home is in the middle. Home has a bunch of color in it, just the way the die works. There we go. There we go. There we go. The die works on the suri base. This is Mr. Hyde. Love it. P.S. Did everyone see that cardigan that someone's making? I don't remember who in the group out of this. So cool. Okay. And then this is my precious. I would say this is super fun. I would like these more. That's my personal opinion. Again, it's up to you. Okay, Dr. Jekyll. Okay. I wondered if that's what you meant. I mixed them up so much before we released that set. Oh, River, that was my cardigan. Thank you. River, it is so cool. I loved it. It made me be like, I want to make one for myself. Add my 20th whip. That's a funny part, because see, guys, when I started doing Whip Wednesdays, I was like, I'm going to burn through my whips. I stopped that after a few months because I was like, I can't take this anymore. And I stopped after a little bit, and I might have more whips right now than I did when I started that. But if you include the ones that I still had remaining, I'm going to say that, some of them I've had to do just for work, like especially as we're showing things and we have new ideas of what we want to show or do, or if I need like a sample really fast, like sometimes I make samples for us. Here and there I will. So there are things like that where it's like, I think probably this next week I'm going to have to start another one or just do another sample really fast. So my whips have changed, but Home and my precious are gorgeous together. I agree. The hide is hide in Surrey. You can get it in Surrey. Yes. Do I have it here tonight? I think I do. Allie wrote on my note. Here it is. Nope, that's my precious. Hide is in Surrey. I'm trying to see where it is. It's a wild one. Ooh, I had an idea of doing Beth. That's Autumn Brew. Maybe I'm missing Hyde. Maybe she did miss Hyde. I'm not sure. Because I'm not seeing Dr. Jekyll either. She may have accidentally missed those, but that's okay. All right. Next. How do you remember all this? I don't know, Karen. I don't know. Luck and luck alone. My endless memory bank. Maybe these lives are what is going to keep me sharp as I age, just because I'm just always like pulling from this wealth of names and colorways in the back of my head. I don't know. Hyde and McWitches seem to be soulmates, and if you remember Space Trash, it's all that same like grungy wild colors situation. Ashley, if it's an ad, it is random. I need to give myself grace to have more More tips. Kyra, do you mean more whips? I swear sometimes I get stuck or sick of one and just pause knitting for a week because I feel like I can't start something new. Oh man. I used to be also a monogamous crafter. I'm not anymore. But I thought you meant whips. Reading through comments. Sam told Stacy she has no room to talk. Sam, do you mean the amount of whips you have going on? Karen, the sanguine yarn that I bought is worsted weight instead of DK. If you want to use it, I mean, you could probably swatch and see if it still works for you. Space Trash Plus for the suri. Yeah, I don't know how I remember Harriet. I have no idea. Magic. I'm a wizard. Jeannie. Jeannie says she's knitting a hat in Space Trash to go with my ST shawl. I don't know what that ST is. Sorry I called you Murphy instead of Jeannie. Your name is flip-flopped on there. And I just started reading. All right, next pairing. Sanguine and Merlot or other options. Oh, I have it here. Sanguine and Merlot. Oops. Here they are. Are you wanting Merlot and suri? There they are in regular yarn. Here it is in suri. There. Merlot and suri definitely has more of the like redder tones, but still I think very, very pretty. Here is Juliet. And make sure. Oh, ST is Space Trash. Thanks, guys. Jeannie, it's Space Trash. Perfect. Thanks. Extraterrestrials not making a comeback. I know. I'm trying to figure out a balance because when I have too many whips, I get discouraged by how long they take to finish. If I have too few, I get bored with them. Well, yes to getting bored with them, River. I will say when I was doing I'm gonna finish these whips, it did help me a lot. And I started with the ones I felt the most excited about and the ones that were fast. Like I was like, I know this will just take that much time. And so I just challenged myself and I got through half of them, I would say, pretty quickly. One, because I was posting about them and I was being held accountable. But also, I like a challenge personally. So it's up to you as a person. I found that helped me balance them. Another thing that helped me balance it, because at first I was just getting lost all the time and feeling overwhelmed. I wrote a list and then I would cross them off when I would finish one. So I sometimes, just like in business and in life, it helps me if I have too much going on to brain dump everything, just write it all out. And so it really helped for me to just like write a list. And I kept that in front of just like in a place that I saw all the time. And so when I finished, I would cross it off. So that helped me when I was doing that little whip challenge, like just to kind of keep things in mind and then also to be encouraged when I was feeling discouraged. So, and yeah, and that was the other one, Anita. Also give yourself permission to frog whips that no longer give you joy. I did that as well. I had a few that I was like, and I'm just frogging this. I don't want to make this anymore. And I can use the yarn for something else. Socks, whatever. I have a stash. It can go right back in there, you know? And I think that helped as well. So good point, Anita. Ooh, this make along might get me to use my sanguine. It's my precious. I bet. All right. Focus, Marcy. There it is with Juliet. This might be my favorite. I love moody colors. And I'll do one more. I kind of want to go... want to see if I have anything for those kind of more rust colors. Here it is with Old Blood. And I like that one too. Becca says, when I have too many long-term whips, sometimes I start a new project, something small and super fast. Those are what I call my palette cleansers or my purse projects. It's a good palette cleanser. Look at Becca saying great minds think alike. It's a good palette cleanser and a reward to have a quick FO, and then I can go back to the time-consuming ones. Yes. Currently weaving in ends prior to seaming on a big whip I've had going on for a while. My Breton sweater. Ice Fog. Just have the sleeves left to make. Woohoo! Michelle, have a great weekend. No problem, Jennifer. Okay, our next pairing is... Ooh, Surrey for Starry Night. Green or blue preference. And I know my Starry Night skein is here. There it is. It just got tucked back. Okay. So Starry Night for the main. Oops. Here we go. And then a green or blue. I'm putting emerald with it. Everyone's saying that they, Pam, I'm trying to find your comment. You commented it, about about having dopamine with finishing projects. Here it is. Sorry, this is, Starry Night and Emerald, which I do like. Ooh, I knocked a bunch of our small gift knits right before Christmas, and that was a rush. Megan, no doubt. That would be, ooh, that's kind of fun. I do love a good deadline, you know, and I love getting right up to it until I'm like, ooh, time to go. This is Starry Night. I have Zircon over here and Sapphire over here. And I'll show the Shire with it. Show the Shire. That one's kind of a hard one. Here it is. Here's the Shire. And oh, Carol, I'd love to see as many Surreys as you can show, especially since Allie sent them along. Maybe at the end I can go through and be like, here's a Surrey. Maybe. And here is Gin and Tonic and Starry Night, which they came out in the same month together. We brought them both back from that May where we did like 5 limiteds in a row, which was a wild thing. That was crazy, but kind of fun. We brought them back because they were our favorites from all of that. Sorry, I apologize. Avant-Garde didn't make the cut, but I also want to say Matisse was my favorite, and it also didn't make the cut. So, okay. Stacey, okay, Oprah. I grew up watching her. Okay. Ooh, upstate South Carolina is supposed to get 3 to 6 inches of snow on Saturday. Yay! Ooh, that's fun. That's really fun. For some people, it might not be fun otherwise. Okay, McWitches and a Surrey. Yes, I'm glad they did too. I'm glad they came back too. All right. There we go. All right, someone was saying that they did the Bronte Surreys together with McWitches, and I concur. Okay, here they go. Ooh, Stacy said they got 8 inches last Saturday in St. Louis. Ooh. Okay, this is Ellis Bell and this is Kerr Bell with McWitches. Yes, this is what I personally would choose. I love them. I love them. They're so good. So good. All right. Here it is with Juliet. Again, dark, moody, amazing. Macbeth's Witches and Juliet. Love it. This is one, not with this one specifically, but I would like to try it, that I saw, and I was like, actually, I might want to do that for my own, because I haven't decided what I want to do, but now I'm thinking maybe I should do McWitches and Kerr Bell, since I already have a scarf made out of Acton or Ellis Bell, because I just think those two just really shine together. This is Beth, which was the Surrey that I pulled out and was like, oh, and McWitches. And I had a faded mate skein. There it is. Because I also love Macbeth Witches and Faded Mates. I like the main skeins together, the merino ones. I just like it a lot. Ooh, Carrie! Is that the shawlette that you made for me that I wear it? Like, I wore it the other day. Yes. Carrie made the 22 little clouds shawlette for me and sent it to me. And it was made out of Matisse. And Carrie, I do wear it frequently. So that one was really fun. It just had so many. It's like, I like the ones where there's tons of color. Ooh, Starry Night and Gin and Tonic are gorgeous together, working on a champagne shards tea in those colors. Fun. Jeannie Snow is better than Freezing Rain, 1000%. Everyone's saying McWitches and Juliet. Sam, or Alicia, I feel like I remember barely your cardigan and avant-garde. I had to follow yours and Sam's comments up to find what you were talking about, but I found it. All right. Did that work? My button work? One more time. Hold on. Bear with. Okay, there we go. Did I skip one? Let me check. I did not. Okay. Oh, wait, I did. Yes, I did. All right. It did work. It just was taking a little bit. A Bad Sheep Live. Here it is. We're here every week, every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. I'm here. Okay. I don't know why I did that, but I did. It's there now. Okay. Sam, I said to bring back avant-garde. I did miss it. Oh, is it Jenny? I had no idea. No one told me. I'm obsessed. Well, thank you very much. Welcome every Thursday. We're here. From my closet that has a bunch of yarn in it. So, welcome to my stash. Just kidding. Okay. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, Elvish, Wrangle, and 2 other colors for a throw. Elvish, oops. I want that one anyways. Wrangle, and 2 other colors for a throw. There it is. All right, I have some options here. Here's one. This is Elvish, Wrangle, Bronwell, and Acton Bell. Free Thursday night entertainment right here. This is Elvish, Wrangle, Bronwell is, oops, right there, and Acton Bell is right there. And I'm taking out Bronwell, putting in Wizard Robes, taking out Acton Bell. And putting in, this is kind of an interesting one, Dr. Jekyll. And I'll take that out. And then here it is with Witch King. So Witch King, Elvish, Wrangle, and Wizard Robes. Witch King has bits of blue in it that match Elvish pretty well. And there you go. There are plenty of worse things to keep in your closet. True, Megan. Very true. Very true. Mine's full of yarn. Ooh, sockeye salmon would be fun with that one too. Which one would I want to remove to add sockeye salmon? Maybe Witch King? Nope, that's Kenai. But I mean, Kenai is kind of fun. Melanie said, Wrangle looks so green next to Elvish. Is it that green? No. But Wrangle is like a slate blue. And it's very cool undertones. So I can see, like, even when I hold it up, I'm like, oh, that does look a little green. It's not green at all. It is like a slate gray blue, though. Yeah, it does. It almost looks like Faded Mates. Maybe it's the light. I know our light is kind of a warmer light. And for the most part, everything, like, I'm really particular about the tones for these lives. And I would say so far, this is the only one where when I've held it up, I've been like, it's more like slate gray, I think. Because when I hold it down here, I'm like, yeah, that works. And then when you hold it up, it's like green. Okay. This one is Elvish, Wizard Robes, Kenai, and Wrangle. I like that one too, Karen. Courtney. Okay. Next, Garland, Grayling, and Scene Things. Grayling is one of my favorites, for the record. Just in case you wanted to know. It's one of my favorites. Ooh, Sam, isn't your Wrangle skein usually sparkle? I have one probably from like a photo that I had to take, but I have the sparkle ones here too. Which also look kind of green, which tells me it's my camera tone. Okay. My Kobuck is also in sparkle. That's when I take the ones that are like, they won't miss this. And then I keep them. But now they've started our shipping team has started supplying me with my live things. They'll find me at work and be like, Marcy, what do you need for your live? And sometimes it's just sitting out there on the counter waiting for me with a little note like, for your live. And they put all the new colorways in there for me. So they take care of me. It's a great place in there, in our little yarn studio. It's been really great, especially lately. It's been really, really fun. It's a good spot. It's a good place to be. This is Garland, Grayling, and Scene Things. Oh, would you show Garland and Suri, please? Yes, I can do that, Mary. This is another one where the Suri takes things differently. Example, here it is in Merino, here it is in Suri. So this is good that you're asking so that you can see. Here we go. Oh, garnet. I meant garnet, not garland. Okay, cool. I can show that, Jan. Nikki, squirrel costume for all BSY employees next week. I do not force anyone to dress up in our studio. Plus, I remember one year Allie did come to the dye studio in costume for Halloween, and it gets really hot and sticky, like dyeing yarn and stuff. And she did the whole entire day. It was when Allie was dyeing yarn. She did the whole entire day, and I was like, good job. It's not really. It's the best play. It's fun to be. Not the best for costumes. Here it is garnet with these. Really pretty. That would be really beautiful. All right. Next. Make witches in a solid for the make along. I think we showed a few. I hope that helped. If not, go ahead. I'm going to say go ahead and email us. contact@badsheepyarn.com for that one. And we'll take a picture and send it to you. If you didn't like any of the ones that I showed earlier. Guys, okay, this is so distracting to me. I'm sorry. I feel like one side of my face is very blush heavy, but it's hot in this little closet. And I can't tell. Anyway, it's been bothering me this whole time, and I just had to verbalize it and be like, I'm sorry. Jenny, garnet is going away. So this will be the last weekend to get it, which I am very sad about, but we're swapping out. We're doing birth flowers this year, flowers of the month. Last year we did birthstones, and it's just a lot. Our shelves are already that we like pull and ship from are already pretty full. We cannot add any more shelves into our shipping room area, so we have to figure out a way. Okay. Oh no, Nicole, when I was in kindergarten, my mom sent me to school in a squirrel costume for Halloween. I predictably got bullied. Oh no! Ooh, I want grayling for the make-along, but what suri? I'll have to think about that. That would be fun, though. What am I doing? I already did the McWitches. Zero gravity with a suri orchid. Okay. Anita, I know you said I can skip this. I don't have the orchid in suri, but I can tell you right now, this would be so cool, and I think you should do it. I think you should. They're pretty much the same tone. They will look great. You should do it. I say yes. If that's what you're thinking about doing, I think it would be great. You need new studios. Melanie, we need just like a bigger place. Story of our life, you know? We're always looking for a bigger place. Okay. Wildflower patch suri, if you have it. I do, with a blue or a yellow. Or purple for the make along. Okay. Wildflower patch in suri is so pretty. There she is. For reference, here it is on merino wool. Here it is on suri. Look at these suri speckles. Look at those. And this is what gets us every time. Look at those. And I think we like it because up until we made this colorway on suri, we had decided that suri just cannot speckle. Like, that's what we came to that conclusion to. Because all of our speckly yarn was like, this is lemon meringue. It just turns out like that. The speckles get washed away because of the halo. So we were like, yeah, it's just not gonna work. But we were like, well, let's just do Wildflower Patch and like we'll list it and see how it goes. And then this came out of the pans and we were like, oh, we're keeping this for forever because it was so pretty. Okay. Ooh, Grayling plus home. Ooh, that would be pretty. All right. Would you match to it for the make along? I have 2 skeins already. I was thinking of a green. Yeah, I would agree. The greens, it's like, I don't know about that. Because like you could do like emerald with it, which is like, I don't know. And then a lot of the greens, this one is long bottom leaf, I believe. Like a lot of the greens that we have, or no, wait, sorry, this one was garland. A lot of the greens that we have just kind of are similar tones in suri. So I don't know. Oh, but you're wanting a green regular. That just clicked in my brain. All right, here it is with Emma, which is a blue. Sorry, all the ties are sticking out. How rude. Ooh, I'll clean that up for you. There we go. And let me see. And you were saying a gold maybe? Here it is with Dr. Jekyll. I can show Echo with it for sure. Here it is. Ooh. If you're wanting a green, which I totally get, wanting a flower, there it is with Echo. You want to try blues? Okay, we did Emma. I'm not going to do sapphire. Here it is with impressions. So I'm picking these like kind of teal blues. It does look good with the blues that are in there. But the teal blues kind of have green undertones. Here it is with Blue Bonnet. And one more. You wanted blue, yellow, or purple. So I'll show you purple. Here it is with Merlot. And then I'll show Fanny Price. And then that will be the last one. Yeah. Cute. I actually really like it with Fanny Price. I think that might be Prince. Ooh, oh, okay. Sam, I said that was my last one. Okay. All right. I like Fanny Price. This makes my brain go, ooh, when I hold them up together. I like those. Brown, what would you match with it? Ooh. Let me think. I really wish I had a gingerbread skein right about now. I'm not gonna lie. I really need to bring that back in my life. I suddenly am like, how soon can I get something similar in here? Because that would be, I think, the best option with this one. Okay. Yeah, I think here it is with Bronwell. Ooh, okay, Bronwell it looks really pretty with. Danny, I also like that. The Wild Flower Patch Suri with Fanny Price. That's really cute. There it is with Bronwell. I like it with those like vintage colors. And also, just because I'm curious, there it is with Ellis Bell. Ooh, here it is with Currer Bell. Oh, they're so pretty. And here it is with Carnation. Huh. Did that surprise? Never mind. Stop. Sorry. Just Marcy. I like this too. I think that's so pretty. And I think that would look really pretty in the make along if you're doing it and if you like pinks. I think that would be pretty too. Bring back Bon Bon. You know what? Don't tempt me with a good time. Carrie, good night. Pumpkin time for me. Good night, Carrie. Joe has some pinks in it that would coordinate. True, Anne. I didn't even get that. All right, I'll show that one, and then I'm moving on for reals. Cute. Okay. All right. Of course, Donna. Northern Lights in Surrey with the Shire. We did do that one. Courtney, I was determined to use stash yarn. Now I have some thinking to do. You can totally use stash yarn if you want, Courtney. And if I was not an enabler, I would say stay strong. But I think we all know in this closet, 'tis my job to. It's just, people are like, ooh, what about that? And I'm like, let me show you. Just, I'm here to serve. Just, prickly pear with a Surrey deconstructed rainbow set, minus the blue and purple. Prickly pear with Surrey. Okay. So I'm going to say, I'm just guessing, they're wanting prickly pear. And then, are we wanting the whole deconstructed rainbow set in Surrey? Minus purple. And blue. Okay. Yellow, orange, Julius. And hibiscus sorbet. I saw it earlier. Where did it go? Carnation. Pink topaz. All right, hibiscus sorbet. Where are you? Oops. It's full. It's all full. You know what? I do know. I'm not seeing my I'm sure I know it's in here somewhere. Where did I put it? Did it fall back in the back? Nope. Ooh. There's that one. That's a fun one. All right, my hibiscus sorbet did not fall. But I know I have one out from when I was taking photos. Where did it go? There it is. Ha ha! I knew I saw it in here. Okay. Shelly, before you leave tonight, new yarn announcements for us latecomers. Pretty please with sprinkles on top. Of course. Jeannie, I know. Jeannie says, I may just have to start liking pinks. I know. I never liked pinks before this job. I never liked pinks before dyeing yarn. Crazy, right? All right, so, prickly pear. That's what it is. I was like, this is weird, but I get it now. Okay. Sorry, I was a little like, okay, about that. Don't get it, probably because I wasn't reading it right. Here we go. Here we go. Oops. This is fun. Okay, prickly pear with Surrey deconstructed rainbow set minus the blue and the purple. There you are. It's fun, 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 and very cute. What would be cool is if you made a sweater out of prickly pear, and then you held it double with Surrey, and then you just like switched the Surrey out so that the Surrey was striping underneath. I wonder if that would show up or if it would get lost. Because in my brain, you would have like a really cool, very subtly there design detail that could be really, really fun. Someday I want to try something like that. That would be really cool. Okay. Can you hold the prickly pear horizontal above it? Yes. Sorry, I put it away before I read the comment. Here we go. Here we go. Ta-da! Doing the rotisserie chicken. Hold on. I can't, sometimes I still can't look at the camera when I'm moving things because it's hard. I'm like, wait, which direction am I going? Oh, man. Okay. Okay. There we go. Next. It's complicated with zircon and zero gravity. Are you wanting them in Surrey? Because I have it. Look at this in Surrey. It's complicated. Here's it is with zero gravity and zircon not in Surrey. Here we go. Oh, so fun, so fun. They're super cute. And I don't have zero gravity in Surrey, but you could use you could do lots of things. I have Blue Morpho, and here's Merlot. It is so pretty in Surrey. There you go. That would be really pretty. Or if you did like velvet and DK, and then the it's complicated in Surrey for the make along, if that's what you're wanting to do. What weight was that, Lisa? Which one? This is sport, and the zircon I had was sport, and the zero gravity I had was fingering weight. And then this velvet is worsted weight. It's all over the place here. Sue, I don't think Surrey is difficult to work with at all. It's one of my favorites. It is really fun. Yes, Shenda, It's Complicated is coming out tomorrow. Yes. The Surrey, I think, is really fun. And I have made it at different skill levels in my life. So, I've always liked it. Next, what am I doing? Okay. I'll put that there. That there. There. All right. Lisa, no problem, of course. I know, velvet wasn't on my radar. Gonna have to decide. I know. It just came to me. No. Oh, It's Complicated and something for the make along. We just did. Okay, so, here it is. It's Complicated and then zircon for the Surrey. Or like we just showed, you can do, if you want, It's Complicated for the Surrey, which would be really fun. So there was the velvet. Ooh. Orchid. And It's Complicated with Surrey. You can also flip-flop this around. You could do It's Complicated in Sparkle DK. And then Orchid in Surrey. You can make it shiny. Would It's Complicated work with hibiscus? Yes. It would. There they are. They're fun. They're cute. There we go. Super cute. Add zero gravity to that. Okay. I will. I know, it's complicated orchid. I know, super pretty. Prince. Ooh, okay. Here's... I'm trying to see. I feel like I also had a Prince Surrey, but it's escaping me at the moment. But here is Prince, and it's complicated as a Surrey. Here they are together with no Surrey involved. Really pretty. All right, next. Carnation with Surrey Pink Topaz and Vintage Champagne. Ooh. Oh, that's Carnation. Did I drop? No. Here's my Vintage Champagne. I feel like I had the Pink Topaz Surrey, and at one point I held it up and was like, oh, Pink Topaz, and then like kept going. So I know it's here. Quite honestly, a lot of things have dropped down the edges. All right. There it is. I knew it. Here we go. Did you just say we could double sparkle fingering weight in place of the DK for the make along? Probably, Donna. But some of them we have sparkle DK available. So like it's complicated, it's sparkle DK. So the ones that we don't have sparkle DK available, but we do have sparkle fingering, you could probably do that. This is Carnation in the middle. The Surrey is Vintage Champagne over here and Pink Topaz right there. Oh, Melanie, it looks like it kind of froze up on my end too. So it's definitely possible that it just froze, which is lame. With the Surreys, Marl, okay. Yes, Kate. I think they would be really pretty. Yes. Megan, have a good night. Waiting for my little button to catch up. Is sparkle only in fingering weight? Karen, our newer ones that we've released this year, so all of the Bronte collection, Carnation, Celebrate, and anything that we're putting out in the future will have sparkle DK. Did it catch up? No, I must have not pressed the button that time. There we go. Wild blueberry. Hold on, putting away some of my stuff. Faded Mates, Lupin, and Sea Glass. All right. Wild Blueberry, Faded Mates, Lupin. Is right. Nope. And Sea Glass. All right, here we go. Amy, have a good night. There's that. Wild Blueberry, Faded Mates, Lupin, and Sea Glass right here at the end. Five or six pink fade, including Pink Topaz, Carnation, and Meg. Marianne, it's not over. Might have lost some signal there. I know on TikTok or Instagram's over. It disconnected or something. Sometimes it has a hard time. Next is, what am I doing? Oh, the fade. Okay. This Beth Pink Topaz. We need some more. I'm going to say garnet. Oops. Whoa. Calico scallop. Garnet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I saw the Instagram video froze. It's done that to me once or twice before. It's kind of weird. I don't really know why it does that. It's probably just the app. All right. Here we go. I've got 6 colors. You can flip these into a round too. Wildflower Patch is definitely a freehand speckle. So you could just get some that are a little bit darker than others. So just kind of like the Murex one is pretty consistent, but the freehand speckled ones, we try and match them with your colors, with your orders. But sometimes they can be a little bit darker than this. So when you get your fade, if you like this in there, then I would just lay it out in what way works best. You can also take a black and white photo and use the grayscale. But I have garnet, meg, carnation, pink topaz is halfway hiding, and then murex and wildflower patch. You can also put Clara instead of murex in there, or yeah, you can do Clara too. And then it would look like this. So that's the same, except for I swapped out Clara for what? I don't know. Clara and Murex I swapped out. That's it. All right, so there's an other one, prickly pear, hibiscus sorbet, orchid, and carnation. So I'll do this one really quick, and then we'll be done for the night. But I feel like we just kept pretty focused and made our way through that pretty well. It is still almost 2 hours, but that's okay, guys. That's okay. Prickly pear, orchid, hibiscus sorbet. Prickly pear, orchid, hibiscus sorbet, and carnation. Yeah. I have carnation right here. Here we go. Patricia, I can show that for you really quick. Yes. This was one that almost made it, but not quite. This is prickly pear, orchid, hibiscus sorbet, and carnation over here. And Patricia, you wanted to see, it's complicated with violet and amethyst quartz. Man, I started out so well, but if you could look inside here, down, if you could see down below, you would see the carnage when I was trying to find something in my shelf, and I was like, I know it's here, and I pulled it all out. Didn't find what I was looking for, but I did find lightning bug. It just got a little crazy, and then all the suris started falling. That's okay. Sometimes it gets like that. Sometimes it does. And then I just, I'll put it back. And it's kind of nice because sometimes I put it back right before a live, and then my brain is refreshed on to where things are and what's in there. Calico Prairie with a Suri match. The carnage, I know. Marcy, how are you? Hello from cold Indiana. Well, always nice to say hello to another Marcy. I always like to. Hope you're doing well in cold Indiana. Staying warm in your home. Putting all of these yarns away up here. Don't worry, it's all just a front. Everything else is messy down there. Okay. Okay. Oh, Patricia, you're welcome. I was out in space either when I requested or you didn't mind. Nicole, let me know really quick and I'll do it for you right here, right now. If you type really fast. No, I'm kidding. But I'll do it for you really quick. Let me know, Nicole. I'm waiting. A Calico Prairie. Will you show the new Valentine's colorway again? Yes. And for someone that had asked for colorways, so this is It's Complicated. I felt like I had the swatches somewhere close, but they must be down there because they're not here right now. Okay. This is It's Complicated. Oh, Marcy just got back from a jam session. Ooh, fun. And then Nicole, I might have missed yours. I know I showed Home and My Precious, but they were in Suri and not for a fade. So I'll show them really quick. This is coming out tomorrow. This is our February limited. It will be available through March 1st. Also on Sunday, Violet will be out, and this is the last weekend for you to get our discontinuing colorways for this month, which are Prickly Pear, Scene Things, and the Shire, and Garnet. That makes me sad. This is Violet. So Garnet will be swapping out. Violet will be coming in. It will be the last month for Amethyst Quartz. And we will announce what our February discontinued colorways are. I believe there's just 2, if I'm thinking about that right. So it shouldn't be that crazy. And then to end the night, Nicole, I will show you Home, My Precious, and 2 more for a fade. Do you want Home to be the darker color? Let me get my Home skein. I'm about ready to pull this. This one's coming too. It's coming down. I know I had Home in here, but I'm missing it. Oh, there it is. Wasn't even on that shelf. Ugh, I made a mess for no reason. Okay, Home, My Precious, which might be down in this mess. That's where I had all that. Oh, the only thing I can think about right now is just bless this mess. It's just all over the place down there. Oh man, Marcy, why do you do this to yourself? There it is. I was just about to be like, do you guys remember where I put my brushes? Okay, and then 2 or 3 others for a fade. Ooh, okay. I'm going to say In the Willows pairs super well with anything that is Home. Also, Grayling would be really fun, but I feel like In the Willows... Sam, no. I thought I was done. I can be if I want to be, but I kind of want to like make it through the whole entire skein. And I just have not had time this last week to make anything other than some socks. I've been a little busy. Okay. So close to finishing my simple triangle shawl with Elvish, Ice Fog, Romeo, Heavy Metal, and Chivalry. 2 more rows to go, but I will finish tonight. Ooh, fun. Nicole says she's not particular about this one. Okay. Alicia. Funny. All right, I held this up and decided I didn't like it. Just a moment. Okay, all right, what do we want to pull out from home? Because I'm thinking in the willows, it's very green. And I think almost later gator would be like a better like color for the darker part of it, personally. That's what I'm thinking. And then ooh, and then you could do like long bottom leaf or put maybe, I don't know, the saturation levels are different. I was thinking long bottom leaf, but then you have like some saturation differences there and it's way more jewelry. Wizard robes would probably be a good one. That was a good suggestion. I'm trying to figure it out with my precious though being in the fade there. That's kind of like the contrast. Too bad you don't have light wash, dark wash. Impressions for darker, I'll hold that up. Like the blues. Okay, let's go blues. Wrangle is really pretty. Here we go. This is in camera, this is flipped. Hold on. There we go. So there's impressions. I don't know about this. Probably because home is the only variegated in there. Beth, have a great night. And I think that, or it's not the only variegated, but it's the only highly variegated one in there. So I think that's why it's throwing me off. I kind of want to do Grayling with it, so that you have some like really heavy like speckles and stuff. I'm gonna say like my precious is hard for fade for it, but I will try my best to work it in there. And then I am gonna put, if we're working with I am going to put Elvish for a darker color in there. Ooh, I wish I had some like tan color right there. What goes better with prickly pear, impressions or impressions? Actually, Lynn, Faded Mates is my favorite with prickly pear. That's my favorite out of all those, but if you're wanting something that's maybe not so like such a interesting green, because I know Faded Mates is just kind of an odd green, impressions for sure. This is Elvish, Wrangle, Grayling, and Wizard Robes. I like that. I think I like that fade. Yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna try a couple more things. I'm gonna go a green route if I can, if I may. And I'm putting Eleanor in there, and I'm also doing Echo. And then I'll put impressions in here. Marley would be great too, Becca. Yes, I'll always Marley. This is impressions, Echo, home, Eleanor, and Wizard Robes. I'll switch out Wizard Robes for Marley real quick. Nicole, no problem. And we're going to call this part, it's currently 9:01 Central Time. anytime we go over an hour and 45 minutes, we're going to call it Bad Sheep Yarn After Hours. And that's when, who knows? Who knows what we're going to show? Maybe that's when I'll be like, and that's when we show... That's when we show yarn that I have planned for the next 3 months. I don't know. This one's kind of fun. It's more, hey, what were we saying last week? What was that other one? It's not the Find Your Fade. What's that other one? I'm losing it. Can we what it? What was our tagline last week? I don't know. But can you do that with this? I don't remember. This one's Impressions, Echo, Home, My Precious, and Eleanor. And I like this one. It's not like a fade, but I think it's fun. It shifts in tones and it has what you wanted in there. And I think it's fun. The shift. Can it shift? Yeah, time to get out of the PJs. Can it shift? I think this can. The night shift. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Can you shift it? That's okay. That one was my favorite. It checked all the boxes for me, but it's not for me. It's for you, Nicole. So you decide. All right, everyone. Can you show the Valentine's Day colorway, please? Yes. Oh, Alex said, hey, BSY after hours. Alex just sent me, I mean 25 minutes ago. I take off like my phone and my watch so that I don't get the notifications and I am not any more distracted than I already am. But he just sent me a list of discontinuing colorways for February. So I have those now, and this is true. It's 904 true BSY after hours, where if you've made it this long, you've won the prize. You've won. Okay, we're getting Stacy. Why not? Why not, Stacy? I can. The tea set, Darjeeling tea, and Incandescently Happy is going. So the tea set, we have already discontinued Lavender Matcha. We are keeping Butterfly PT, but the other one is Darjeeling tea. This one will be discontinued, and since the majority of the set is not going to be there, I just spit it. So Darjeeling tea will be going. The whole tea set, so it will be the last time you can get Lavender Matcha. Do I have it in here? I have it in Surrey. And Butterfly PT will remain. So that will be the last time you can get that. I know Darjeeling tea will be going. Incandescently Happy will be going. Not because we don't love it. We do. It just splits like pink really bad. That dye has like a really heavy red part to it, and it's incredibly difficult to get even. So we end up flopsying it more than we make really good ones because it splits. So I know, not I happy. I know. And one time, I don't remember when, I did dye it on Surrey and it looked like a baby duck. It was so cute. But then on the Surrey too, that's another like unhappy Nicole. We call it I happy because writing Incandescently Happy on our dye list and our shipping, all that stuff, is too much. So we call it I happy in the studio. Anyway, I know it's always sad, and I have a few on this year's discontinuing set too that make me sad too. But but it just has to happen. We have to make room. So these are the two main ones. And then the whole tea set. But again, you'll be able to get butterfly PT still, but just not the other one. Nicole, yes, I have 2 flopsies of I Happy. Yes. So you may have come across a few little pink spots in there. Anyway, so that's that. What was I going to show? Alicia, from a notes perspective, I appreciate no more IH because I spell the word wrong every time and have to fix it. You can start typing I happy with a capital I, capital H. Oh, thanks, Stacy, if you want. This is the Valentine set, final. And then the Lord of the Rings set with the Shire was what someone wanted. This, and Witch King, my precious, and the Shire, which I definitely dumped on the ground at some point. Okay. So much like I Happy, hey, the Shire was a kind of like a teaser that we did for Lord of the Rings, so it like didn't go with the set, but we liked it. Oh no, I Happy is the only yellow I can wear. I'm so sad. Don't worry, Anne. We have more yellows coming out. Daffodil is the March color, and it is kind of like that like soft yellow color. It's not like super neon bright, so maybe that one will be a good replacement. Here it is. The whole Lord of the Rings Fellowship set. It's called the Fellowship set on our website, so if you look up Lord of the Rings, you will not find it. But here's the Fellowship set and the Shire, which is discontinuing. This is the last weekend to get the Shire. Oh, and it's the last weekend for Prickly Pear and Seeing Things. It's the last weekend for a lot of things. Anyways, all right. Socks are going to come out. Denise, I'm shooting for the 8th. But my time has been a little bit crazy this week, so I haven't had time to finish as much as I had wanted. So I might have to push that a little bit, but the 8th is what I was shooting for. I've got 2 colorways of the socks almost done. Those crazy ones that I posted the other day online, we're calling them Wowie Zowie, and those will be up, or I think I'm finishing them tomorrow, and then I'm making some more. So anyway, just a fun little project that I'm working on. They are machine knit wool socks, and it's just a little, we've decided for those socks that they're just going to be fun things that I make, because we really need to like figure out systems and stuff for them, and they are time consuming. You can't dye as many per pan. And since we have all the sizes and things, you have to be really careful when you're making them to keep them all organized. So for right now, they're just fun things that I'm making that our wool company was like, want to try them? And I was like, yes, I do. And so we've been making them. They're super fun. And yeah, I think I'll probably do this run of them, and then maybe we'll take a break with them over the summer, and then when fall comes back, we can, if they still have them and I can still get them, maybe I'll make more. So anyways, oh, Alice, that will be really pretty for that shawl. Anyways, all right, well, everyone, I hope you all have a great night, and thank you for this special live edition of Make Along Pairings. We're casting on for that on the 20th. If I didn't get to your pairing tonight, or you had something you wanted to see and I wasn't able to show it, go ahead and just send us an email, contact@badsheepyarn.com. We send people photos of stuff all the time. And yeah, I hope you all have a great night, a good weekend, and I will see you next week. And now I have to remember all these buttons I have to press to turn this thing off. But love you all.